Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. It is me, Jessie Audrey Lane. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you can be notified when I post a journal, a video. Um, and hey, today has been like a wonderful day. How about I had to make sure that I stay in um, gratitude and giving thanks to him and having a thankful heart because I can kind of see when things want to get in the way and block, like roadblock, and it kind of gets me to where I wanted to say I've been having where I've been seeing like where God is telling me he said how can I word this so I've been trying to make sure I get up and get my butt down in prayer and make sure that I am having a conversation with God and I'm talking with him and I'm you know there to understand what he's saying to me and he's you know giving me everything I need and I am learning today that it's crazy because he doesn't always say something. He doesn't always say something. I'm like, you know, what is it, God, that you need me to do for you today? And God, I need you to speak with me and like, you know, let me know you're here and God, I gotta hear your voice and it just was like, don't you know sometimes I just need you to come and sit with me? Sometimes I just want you to come and chill with me. Just be with me. Stop expecting me to always have something that I need to say to you. Sometimes I just want to sit with you. And that's where it's weird because that's a conversation, but then it's like in my head it still wasn't like then I wanted to poke and see is like is this you talking to me or is this my conscience or anything coming up in my head like what is this but if you actually sit and be still with him Audrey Lane then you would know that that was a conversation that was him talking to you. You want to hear his voice, you want to hear what he has to say to you, but just because he's not saying what you want him to say, is that not a conversation? How about you do what he say and just come and sit with him? Why does everything have to be where you gotta have a conversation with him, Audrey Lane? And I'm saying this because, well, one, you guys know I always speak to myself a lot. But it was just weird for me because as I was saying yesterday, his needs and his wants. But then it was like, God, if you need me and you want me to come down to have a word and sit with you and talk with you, I'm thinking it's going to have to go this way. When basically he was like, no. Or I'm learning. How about this? Because I don't want to say he is saying this. 'Cause he didn't say it to me. And now I'm starting to learn like he comes in so many dynamics and it's crazy for me. Learning how to have a conversation with him is a good thing for me. I know I got to get out of my own head with it because it won't be the same all the time. And how about this? Does it really need to be? No. How about I just do come and sit with him? Because it's like I want to have where you motivate me, God, and that you're, with me, and that you are giving me your warmth and your comfort, and that you are showing up and showing up on time. And it's like, child, he's doing that. I had to tell myself, he's doing that. He's here. He's with you. He's comforting you. He's showing up on time. He's doing his job. Stop expecting for it to go away you want it to go. When if he is here and he's in attendance with you and he is with you with comfort and love and the joy and the peace and everything he's giving you, why do you feel like you need to have it go your way? Can he have it his way? When I tell you, I'm learning to become a pusher. I am learning to push through things that I probably would have stopped or ran from before. Like not having what I believe is how I want a relationship to go with God go, would have been like, oh, well, because I don't get up on time, or because I, don't do it how I should be doing it. Maybe, this is too hard and it's enough. No, it's not enough. I have to keep pushing through. I know what not pushing through gets me, and I don't want that for myself. I want growth, so I have to make sure I show up every day. And yes, some days may be different from the next, but how about this? The fact of God is saying, I need you to come and just sit with me. Be still, child. It's really weird because I had just was saying in my prayer to him and he didn't respond then, of how it's like, God, you let me know how to come to you, excuse me, and how you need me. And it's like, no, just show up, I got you. But yet I'm waiting for what I believe it should be, versus just saying, God, you take over and you really do what you want. I be saying it, but I don't be allowing him to just be him. In some forms, I still want to do what I want to do. And I have to stop that. We have to stop that. It's like I want to have a hand in how he changes me, how he comforts me, how he molds me and shapes me. So in other words, it's like I want to get partial credit. That is something that I have to be cautious of, because it's weird how I don't want to have to, I gotta be real cautious of removing that kind of thinking, because it's bad for me. It's weird because when it comes to me giving God glory for if he tells me to go do something for someone, and go be a part of, and go, about it this way, I give him all the credit when it comes to others. And I know it's him. But yet when it comes to me, why do I still feel the need that I gotta have a hand in me? I am like, I am having difficulty. I'm being honest. I'm having difficulty because as much as I speak out and I say that I'm giving myself to God, I gave myself up, I still am holding on to something. I don't know what it is fully. I can say I had to, I don't know if I said it yesterday or not, but my deacon, well, one of the deacons who preached yesterday was returning to sender, letting go of some things, asking God to purify you. And yet it is, I still want to hold on to stuff. And it's really good that one thing I know, I come on and be honestly Audrey Lane to my knowledge of everything. And some days he is definitely shifting my conversation and my talk because I, what I thought I was, I see something totally different every day. I see a change in myself that I know it's God, not me. And I didn't have anything to do with other than the fact of I remove, okay, so let's just say, I'm going to give you an instance. I remove myself from not wanting to say, hey, I need help with reading and breaking down words and pronouncing words and everything like that. So I removed myself and literally gave that to God. But yet I want to have a hand in how is it that, how do you want me to deal with Audrey Lane when it comes to fully, you know, knowing that that it's okay for me to not having to get everything right in how I want it, because I want to have things done in a certain order. And as much as I said I gave it to him, I'm learning that I didn't. I'm learning that I am still struggling with a lot of things because I am not, I got my hand in it. And it's weird because it's so weird to say this because I trust him, where I can say before I had issues with trust when it came to God. And not that he did anything to me, it's this part of me knowing that it's like I gonna do it. But how about this? I don't even know how to do it because I know when I do have a hand in me, I don't do it the way it should be done. I want to do it the way I know of. So this fully releasing and letting myself go to him, it's scary, y'all. And I gotta stop faking up front with myself. I gotta be able to, one, stop with the I, me, I syndrome. And I wouldn't say it is like with my speech. I know it's with my heart and my emotions of the fact of I'm not fully allowing him to be him, because I still want to tell him how to sit and have a relationship with me versus me just going with him. And that's because relationships always been on kind of my terms, especially now for me. I don't want to get hurt. When I know he doesn't and he won't hurt me, I gotta ask him to really help me with that. And that's really something for me, because I am worth going through this relationship the way he wants it to, because I know I will be much better for him once he gets into me the way he wants to versus how I want him to. It's like, change me, oh God, but change me like this. Instead of me fully saying, okay, change me, and then really have an at peace with how he does it. And I want to still be a part of it, because I don't know any better. I do know better, but I'm not doing any better. Put it like that. I'm waiting for this thing of I know that, okay, this is hard. This is hard. I am having a hard time with myself, because I really feel like it may be him breaking me out of this norm of me, because I've been so used to having myself a certain way, because I didn't want to have where if something didn't go right, I could go back in and try to fix it this way. Whereas though releasing it to God and giving it to God and have him change it, I don't know how to let go and do that. I am having a struggle with it. The struggle is real for me. Audrey Lane, you gotta do something with the fact of you gotta learn how to let go. This everyday thing for me of something is going on, because I am. How do you cry in strength? I I didn't show emotions really like that before, and to show them, it's like really weird for me. But I'm learning it and being okay with it at times, and and sometimes not. But it's all a learning thing for me, because it's like God is saying, you're strong, you're strong, you're strong. I have you. Even in the weak moments, girl, I have you. And it's okay. I need you to show these emotions and stop wanting to have up a hard shell. Or even when it's like, I need you to not be a baby right now. You are strong. How is it you can be strong but still be like gushy ooey ooey at the same time? I am finding out a lot about myself every day. Then I'm like, why is it, the ups and the downs and all over the place and all of that stuff. And I don't know where I am going at times, but yet, why am I still moving forward in the motion? Why am I still, so it's like I'm going one way in a lane that he has me in, but why am I still, feeling like, I don't know how you can be coming forward, but then feeling that you're all over the place at the same time, and that you're full 1 minute and you're not full, and you are feeling like you're floating but then not floating, feeling all over the place. But I'm still traveling and going forward at the same time. I cannot explain it. I this realness, Audrey, is something. I don't even know outside of that I am Audrey Lane what be going on some of the times. However, I feel so safe and protected at the same time. I feel so validated within him that he is giving me value. He is giving me, you know, instructions. He is giving me him in the midst of me being all over the place. And I'm like, wait, hold up. Aren't I supposed to be, short, like I said, the foundation stern and firm, and not falling apart and buckling? And it's like, you are firm. You're firm in this mess, but you gotta go through it's like a washing machine. You are being twisted and twist and twist and going through the wash cycle, the rinse, and all of that stuff. So you're in movement. You're going to be in movement, even though you're staying straight within the path. And I'm like, man, if I didn't know that the life that I have in him is worth all of this and worth fighting and worth showing up for, and worth that it's not just me, it's not just my soul. I am fighting for my children. I'm even fighting for you guys as well. When I said that the war and the battle is real, it is real. But I love the fact that I have the armor. And his whole thing is like, I didn't tell you that it was going to be a certain way. Because he didn't. I'm thinking that it will be every day I come and I talk with him, and it's going to be a fire. I'm going to feel the rushing wind. I'm going to have him all in me this way, and this whole thing for him to not say something. And I felt it a while ago. Like, it's like, oh, I'm still waiting for him to get back to me. And I was like, oh, he may not get back to me. It doesn't work like that. I remember, I don't know which journal date it was, but for it to be where I know he is with me and he's telling me, be still, just come and chill with me. Isn't that comforting? Isn't that relaxing? Isn't it where you don't always have to, basically, you can be in a battle and at war, but with God, he already knows the results and the ending of it. So it's like, why do you have to feel like you always got to be active in a part of what's going on? Will you just sit your behind still, girl, and just be with me? Can I wrap my arm around you, and can we just cuddle and be all right? And I just was saying this yesterday, like laying on his chest and just hearing his heart and just being all in his spirit. Then why is it that you want to have a hand in how y'all sit and chill and talk? Now, yes, I have a relationship that I want to make sure I am showing up and being a part of and being included in. But why do you feel that it has to be this particular way for you, Audrey Elaine? Or every day it has to go a certain way off of your feelings, even though his whole thing is like, child, I'm a fact, I'm here, I'm with you. Will you really look at the facts? Look at the facts. Some days, oh Jesus, I, as honest as I be feeling I am, are you really honest, Audrey Lane? Are you really honest with yourself to know that you need to pipe yourself down and sit still with him? Why is it that you feel like you have to be in movement and action, whereas though you still are doing his work and still doing what he needs you to do? But how about this? You're in where you can be sitting still in it, but still being productive in what needs to be done. I'm not used to that. I've sat still before, but I sat still in the doubt and the fear and all of that. And I wouldn't even say I have the doubt or the fear or any of that now. However, I will say this relationship that I have with God and my relationship I have with him, I knew it was going to be difficult, but I didn't know that it was going to be a beautiful difficult. I thought that every day would be where I woke up and knew exactly what would be going on. Uh, um, from the fact that I wake up every morning and I give him thanks and I ask him to, you know, what is it you need me to do for you today, God? When I really do not listen to the fact of him saying, this is what I need you to do. I be still thinking in my head, if I literally do it this way, then I'm doing his work. You know how many times I wanted to just not do a journal today? Even now, it's hard for me to sit here and want to do a journal because it's like, it's this motivation for me. You don't feel motivated, Audrey Lane. However, at the same time, this is motivation for me because I am being real that this is so difficult for me. It's difficult being Audrey Lane. It's difficult being us when we are not. One, I know this is where it's like you're not fully living in your capabilities because you should be able to know that this up and down and this going all around and about, but yet I am pulling you through is something that I need done because I need you to realize that everything is going to work out for your good because it's working out for my good, Audrey Lane. So, what are you trying to figure it out for? I I gotta stop with me. I definitely do. I have to stop with me. I wouldn't even say that. Oh, Jesus. I wouldn't even say that this is this is God speaking for me. Today I think it's more so about the fact of I'm coming to the fact that I have to get out of my own head and stop because I keep wanting to do things my way and it is so hard because I don't know if he's talking to me or is it me. And I want to say if he was talking to me, I didn't got it in my head of how I feel like how he speaks. So this is you, Jesus. Let me go on and get my, things going because I know this is you. When it could be my conscience playing around with me. That let me make you feel a certain way so you can be distracted on really actually sitting still with him. Because if you sit still with him, Audrey Lane, and after he sees fit for you and how he can embrace you and how he can love on you, that if you get a clue of what he can do in you by just having you really, really, really embrace what he's doing, you'll get confidence. And the real confidence, not the confidence that you didn't set up thinking it's confidence when really it's not. The push through is hard. The push through is hard. And wow, it just came to me like, if you pushing through and he's pulling you, the walls is going to break. What is God? Because I'm too much I am too much into myself. That's what it is. I am too much into myself. And living for Christ, living for Christ, living for Christ. I don't even know what else to even put in my journal tonight, what to even speak out and say to you guys, other than it's real. It's real out here. I thank you guys so much for subscribing to Just Be Audrey Lane. You guys make sure you tune in for the realness of me. Even at times of this, you guys know I love you. I love myself. I love myself. Thank goodness that I can go through this and see that it's for correction and it's for a purpose. And that I'm not going to look back. I don't want to return into misery. No matter how much I think if I handle it this way and I do it differently that way, nope, it will be the same results. So how about I am going to go through this uncomfort and literally have to fully, I guess this is what purification is, really removing yourself, child. You know, I love God. More importantly, I thank Him for correction, for instructions, for loving me, for being patient with me, for even times like this where I'm like, God, I don't know what to do. I'm not saying anything right. I'm not motivating myself the way I normally would. God, I'm not, someone coming on and watching this. Am I really speaking the motivation and the truth to them? And this whole thing is like, remove all of that. Being still for God is where I'm being honest. It is something because I've never had this before, which lets me know it's for a purpose and it's good and it's going to be awesome because the unknown is something wonderful. You guys have a good evening, today. Hopefully the video will post before, um, if it doesn't. I recorded this video in this journal process for me for Monday, June 28th, 2021. You guys make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get the notifications of when the video is posted. You guys have a good evening. I don't know what's going on. Oof. Excuse me. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed evening. Have a blessed day tomorrow. I will get on with you guys tomorrow. And I don't know. And that's a good thing. I don't know. You guys have a wonderful evening.